I'm only going to tell my perspective, because there's some people that they'll develop dementia, Alzheimer's, and it'll hit them really fast. It'll, like this? Yeah. It'll hit them really fast. So, and the process can be 3 to 6 months, and then they're gone. For my mom, it was 13, 14 years. Wow. That she was suffering with this. And I have to give a shout out to my brother, because I will say this too. When you have siblings and you have a parent that lives, say in your hometown or whatever, the sibling that's closest to the parent, the weight is going to fall on them. Mm. And so that was my brother. He lived 20 minutes from my mom. I lived 4.5 hours from mom. And so the majority of the weight fell on him. And he handled it just, like a champ. I'm going to try not to get emotional about this, because I'm very grateful to him. But I also think that this could be a whole nother episode. I'm sure he had resentment towards me, and I had guilt towards the whole thing. But that being said, he had a different perspective, because he saw her more on the regular than I did. Mm. And that comes with its own set of things. Like I said, daily he would see her, so he wouldn't notice all the little things that I would notice from not seeing her. Right. But
so real quick, mm-hmm. you said she got diagnosed and she had it for 13, 14 years?
Yeah.
So when...
So are you talking about from the very beginning?
I don't want to take your journey to...
Steal my thunder.
Yeah, I'm not trying to steal it, but I'm just trying to put myself in your shoes. So you were saying, she's 4.5 hours away whenever she gets diagnosed. So where were you?
Well, she wasn't diagnosed with Alzheimer's. She was diagnosed with dementia. Wait.
That's what you were saying. It was dementia specifically, right?
Right. It wasn't you can do a blood test, by the way, to figure out if you have the Alzheimer's gene.
Yeah. Parkinson's runs in my family.
Okay.
My grandfather has it and his dad had it. And my dad doesn't currently have it, but
yeah.
That's there's a big dementia component to Parkinson's.
So my brother and I we don't have the Alzheimer's gene, but my mom did, which is crazy.
Interesting. What test did you take? Like a 23andMe?
What?
A 23andMe? Like one of those?
I don't know. My brother had me do it.
That's what I did once. I did the 23andMe, and there was the Parkinson gene.
Yeah.
That is one of the, there's more than one, but one of the ones that's the big problem it tested for, which mine was negative. And after that, I was kind of...
don't you like...
Well, and see, that's kind of the thing, right? It's like I said to my dad, I'm like, I feel like you should probably look at it. And long story short, his perspective is I don't really want to know.
Right. Yeah, which and some people don't want to know. I totally
get that too.
Why would you? Because then that's sitting in the back of your head, and you're like, oh my God. That's so just anyway, a mindset.
My question, I suppose, was just I'm trying to get a frame for where you were at when she got diagnosed, where she was at, and like kind of.
Well, we didn't tell her, for one.
Okay.
The test came back, and what's the point of telling her? Mm-hmm. We talked about it, but what tipped my brother off first a long time ago was that my mom used to go to Hilton Head all the time. She had a place there. And so, she could close her eyes and go. It was like the back of her hand. And then one year, she got lost.
While she was there?
Got lost coming home, like directions-wise. She called my brother, and she was like, I'm not sure how to go. And my brother, got mad. He was like, what are you talking about? Like, you drive this all the time. He got angry with her. And you just don't think about that.
You just don't know, yeah.
Right. I'll say, when you look at your parents, you think they're never going to age, and they're just going to stay as they are. And it's almost like when you look at a celebrity, and then the celebrity goes off the grid for a few years or whatever, and then you have this vision of the celebrity, then they come back on, you're like, my God, what happened? Right. You're so fucking old. Right. That's how it was for my mom. Like you just start noticing these differences. And anyway, he didn't think anything of it. He just got mad. And as years went on, her memory started slipping more. But it wasn't she was very good at hiding it. My mom is like fiercely independent, and she's stubborn and proud, and a lot of people that have dementia, and I would do the same thing, is,
You're
if they
scared.
can't remember something and you're talking to them, then they're going to defer. They're going to hide it.
Like change the topic.
Yeah,
or like
just
whatever. Yeah.
just hide it. And so you don't think it's so subtle, and then you can just get mad. Like you're talking to your mom and she can't remember something. You're like, I just told you that yesterday. What are you talking about? And you don't think anything of it other than just like, you just get pissed at them. So that's how it was for several years. I know that's how it was with me, with my mom. I would get just so irritated with her. And
Was this like something that is this in your family? Does this run in your family?
yeah. I mean,
So like, did her mom have it?
well, no, her mom didn't. Actually, it's in like my dad's family. His sister had Alzheimer's, my aunt. My grandfather had some issues, but he was, I don't want to even talk about him, but yeah, with my mom, no, her mother died of alcoholism, and her dad died of a brain aneurysm.
So it's not something that you would have like immediately jumped on and been like, well, this is what happened with her mom. Yeah,
No.
that makes sense. And again, the other thing too is that as you age, some of that stuff happens, and so you also kind of explained it away because of that. I'm sure a little
She
bit.
fell a lot, and so we thought, if she falls, we were thinking she has plaque in her brain. It was a lot of stuff. I thought it was all the falling that would happen with her, and she would have a concussion and all this kind of stuff. So that's how
Was that dementia related? The falling?
that's my brother seems to think so. I thought so. I don't know. But it was so slow. And I'll say also with dementia, it's like you're on a stairs, and you can be fine on one step, and then months later you can go down another step or two steps, but you can plateau for a while, And so for her, it was just subtle enough to where we just didn't really think about it. For years and years and years. And I was busy raising kids, and, Frank was busy doing his thing. And so when it started to get really bad, and again, he was doing the majority of it. So let me get back to my thing. So let's see. Once she lost direction going to Hilton Head, she stopped going altogether. She just got scared, stopped doing it. And then years went by, and my brother decided we need to start installing cameras in her house. She'd been in her house all her life. And so we looked at her house as this is just the perfect retirement home. She knows where she's going. At this point, we knew that she had memory issues, right? And so we were like, we just put up cameras and monitor her, and she'll be fine. We did not want to put her into any kind of facility. I'll say that outright. I think that if your parent has dementia, Alzheimer's, whatever, the best option is to have a family member take care of them. That's the best option, hands down. But it is also so taxing on the caregiver, because it's just so stressful. So that's what our goal was we were trying to do that.
This is before you had the diagnosis, right?
No, this was after.
So
I mean, it just was. I'm trying to like fast forward this because there's so much to talk about.
That's why I'm trying to formulate it in my own head. So she had the issues for a long time. The Hilton Head thing was a particular drop-off point, or like what's going on here point. Then she was diagnosed.
She was diagnosed, and it just, like I said, it was subtle. I mean, she could hide it really well. Mm-hmm. So I didn't think anything of it other than, mom's just being mom. Right. She's just being stubborn, or she didn't want to talk about something. Or
at what point did you feel like it was time to have her tested? Was there something that happened?
No.
As to why she was eventually
It just started getting worse.
It just kind of seemed like it was time to see.
Yeah.
What's going
on. This is like 5-10 years. My brother noticed it more. He noticed little things, but she was still functioning fine. It wasn't scary, at that point. I mean, it was just kind of like, a lot of times you check it up to, it just has to do with aging.
Right. That's what I was saying before. Sometimes you're just like, well, I mean, she's getting a little older. She forgot something. It's not a big deal.
Right.
Makes sense.
Up your supplements, Mom. Take
Right.
some creatine, that kind of stuff. And so
then after she's diagnosed, you were talking about how you and your brother are trying to figure out how to handle the situation, basically. And so you put the cameras up.
put the cameras up, and it was good because, me being here, I could watch. I will say, Frank put the cameras up, and she fought it because she was aware of those cameras. He would try to hide them. He got so good at this. He needs to write a book at everything that he did.